Every now and then, I watch a movie and fall in love with one of the characters. It's more than just a turn on or a crush. It's like finding Mr. Right, only he's in a movie. For instance, it's hard to overemphasize the impact of seeing Massimo Girotto in Visconti's Ossessione. Just 25 at the time and blessed with unnatural beauty, Girotti plays a drifter who ends up at a roadside gas station in Italy in the 1940s. He comes on to the wife immediately, and how can she resist? When the husband goes to the city to buy supplies, the lovers get it on. At first, we sympathize with the young wife, who likely out of desperation married a wealthy fatso. She deserves this young hunk, who clearly isn't moral enough to avoid another man's wife. But they have the bedroom chemistry that she never experienced with her husband. They plot to get rid of the husband by staging a fatal car crash. For the Giotto character, it is a chance for him to have her all to himself. But she is a monster, one who married a fat man for his money, then plots to kill him so she can fuck the handsome loser. She doesn't even tell Girotti about the husband's life insurance policy that'll make her rich. Her refusal to sell the gas station, now tarnished by feelings of guilt, causes them to break up, and Girotti drifts again, hooking up with a homosexual street performer who is clearly in love with him. But eventually, the wife, who claims to be pregnant with Girotti's child, hooks up with him again. It looks like they just might live happily ever after and guilt-free, but a second unplanned car accident occurs, which kills her. Now he has nothing. What a sad story. A depiction of wasted beauty and the poor life choices made by people in the throes of passion. If only I could have saved him. Ultimately, the thing I am most fascinated by is that face. It takes a gay director to get the face right. And for the rest of his career, Massimo Girotti never looked that hot ever again. Bad boys have lots of appeal in movies. Still, it's just as easy to fall in love with a good man. In The Southerner, one of the 5 movies Jean Renoir made in America, Zachary Scott plays Sam, a good guy with a beautiful young bride who tries to turn a pile of dirt into a thriving farm. The odds are against him. The farmhouse is just a shack. The well has dried up. And the fields are just dust. And when it does rain, it rains hard. He tries to negotiate a deal to use the neighbor's well, but the neighbor is one of those characters who is mean-spirited and underhanded, always wanting something in exchange for a favor. It gets worse when their little boy gets sick and almost dies from not getting enough vitamins in his diet. In despair, the wife collapses onto the open field and sobs. But Sam can't bring himself to cry. He does, however, go off and talk to God.
Well, Lord, how come you put that sky up there and this old mud down here? Made it so purty if you didn't want us to work it and to love it. You want me to give all this up? Move in town with Tim and work with him in a factory under a roof that hides your sky and puts out your light? Tell me, Lord, help me to know.
Eventually, with hard work, things turn around. The farm starts flourishing, and it helps that they get some livestock. But one morning, Sam wakes up to find that the vindictive neighbors conspired to ruin their crops by allowing livestock to walk all over them.
That's Finley and them's Devers cattle.
Sam has had enough.
Oh, Jotty.
He goes to confront the neighbor, and a knife fight breaks out. Sam, the embodiment of young American masculinity and daring do, prevails and makes a statement in the end by tossing the neighbor into his own pig pen. The neighbor and his mental case son seek revenge, but just as they are about to shoot Sam, they notice that he's got a big fish on the line. And not just any big fish, but the legendary giant catfish nicknamed Lead Pencil. They haul him in together, and in exchange for sole bragging rights, the neighbor relents and agrees to let Sam draw water from his well. In the end, it is nature that has the last word, unleashing a rainstorm of biblical proportions. It destroys everything: the crops, the house, the grounds. Even the livestock is washed away, and Sam dives in to save his cow. Defeated, he decides to quit the farm and take a factory job. But when he gets home, he sees that his never-say-die wife and the old granny have already set things right again. Their tenacity is what makes America great. They will prevail, and they will succeed. Why? Because Sam is so gosh darn good looking. How could God deny a face so sweet as his? Zachary Scott's Sam is so true blue, so pure and genuine, that it's hard not to be moved. It's a tremendously physical role for the actor. It's so far away from the mustachioed sleaze he plays in Mildred Pierce. But it's the bad boy who will sweet-talk you into doing things you never thought you would ever do. The ultimate bad boy of American fiction in the 20th century was Dean Moriarty, the fictionalization of Jack Kerouac's best buddy Neil Cassidy. Dean is the love object at the center of Kerouac's On the Road, which was directed by Walter Salles, who had the good sense to hire Garrett Hedlund for the role. Hedlund is pert, smug, kissable, mischievous. Dean Moriarty is the perfect character for this actor. He keeps his body in constant motion. Everything about Dean is compelling and appealing. I love that he continually answers the door naked or in various states of undress, always hugging his buddies because, hey, nudity is no big deal. Dean is such a free spirit that he encourages his friends to share his women. One girlfriend even gets naked and jerks off both guys in the front seat of a moving car. Dean knows no boundaries. He's the living embodiment of the Beat generation. He is a straight white male who isn't quite straight, identifies as more than just white, and redefines the post-war concept of what it is to be a man. Dean is a sensation freak, and there is no place from black jazz clubs to Mexican brothels where he does not feel at home. Dean loves the whole world. He wants to fuck it. Why? Because he's good at fucking. But sadly, the movie turns out to be one of those dreadful morality tales. Dean's excesses lead him to debase himself by committing gay-for-pay sex, here depicted mostly as an act of torture. Here is a movie that toys with gay sexuality all the way through, aligning it with male bonding and free love in the modern age, but when it comes down to depicting gay sex, shows it to be heinous, and it's all downhill from there. While the dull character based on Kerouac flourishes, Dean sinks into despair and ill health. He pays for being a party demon. That sucks, because life energy like his should be bottled and sold. We need it. I hate that the movies always try to be moral. A free spirit is never free, and bad boys will always pay the price. It's disappointing. But that's just the way the movies go.